So I wouldn't put too much premium on how things are said. I'd put the premium on what's said.
Nobody has ever told me post-traumatic stress.
Like he did when they first came back from Nam in '67 on through '70, where he dealt with these guys coming back, combat situations.
Where they were fresh, like
they were fresh out of them, fresh out of their minds. They were fresh on their minds. Shit, we got 16, 17, 18 years.
We're stagnant on the minds with this shit.
It takes us longer just to get it out of our system, to even get it up to the surface. Let's worry about dealing with it.
Sat in a group and tried to understand what their experiences were. And at one point, I felt as though I was orchestrating a concert in which one vet would start talking about his experiences, and I could see in the corner of my eye another vet started to shake his leg up and down. And on the other side, one would be wringing his hands, another would be sweating profusely, and it seemed as though the tenor of the meeting started to gain more and more emotional momentum.
We want this help to better ourselves, but we're going to beg you for it because we're here now. You say this is a PTS program, let us run it like a PTS program. If you don't know what PTS is, come find out what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know what we want, come to us and we can tell you.
They understand
it. Don't think it's a book. Don't read about us in a book or a piece of paper. Come to us. Try to understand us. Come around us. We're not going to bite you. We're going to say what we want to say or what we're feeling, but we're not going to bite you. You know? But we want trained people to work with us. No Mickey Mouse dude that only knows how to talk to people who takes Haldol and Thorazine all their life, all their days. And, you know, they sit up there and ask the most stupid off-the-wall questions. No, you come to us, you're going to get a manly response. And these dudes don't want to face that with us. Give us somebody that wants to face up with our manliness. You know, don't treat us like children. We're not children.
Now, I'm going to tell you like the doctor downstairs told me.
When
I was downstairs in 2 weeks, there's no such thing as PTSD.
Yeah.
Ain't no such thing as PTSD.
Yeah, you hear that all over. But what the hell are we doing here then? We got to be a special type of cuckoo, you know, because the other dudes out here, they ain't running around with the same feelings we're running around with, making us act all funny and strange. They don't have this anger that we have and this hatred. They don't have this hurt that we got.
I know one thing, like you said downstairs, we were downstairs, like, I met a lot of brothers that were non-vets, combat veterans, that weren't being treated for it at all, and just drugged to the point where
even with knowledge of this place, they got them so drugged
they don't care no more. They don't care no more.
They got them so drugged they ain't got the energy to pursue it.
Right.
They don't care no more.
Right.
What we're dealing with, fellas, as we brought up before, is a system that is 30 or 40 years old, that has dealt with the World War II veteran, that has paid his part, and in some of the treatment that I see that a lot of the World War II veterans get here, I'd like to talk about that, and that would take up a whole day, but they're not preparing themselves for the last 15 years to deal with the non-veteran. And what I'd like to ask any administrative person that might be watching this video clip is, what the hell do you think is going to be in this system? What veterans are going to be here 10 years from now when most of the World War II veterans go? They're going to be Vietnam and Lebanon veterans and what other silly-ass conflicts that the politicians continue to send our young boys in. What are you going to do when this hospital is full of Vietnam veterans and they still don't know how to deal with us?
We all know what went down, we all know what happened, we all got shared things, and we can all figure out our own problems. We can pretty much, like, the whole group, just go on a mission. Let's get the fuck back home. You know, take one expert guy and the rest of us will bring ourselves fucking back home.
That's what we had in the first place, Joe. That's what we had. We had Doc and that was it. We had Doc and that was it, and the rest of this fucking system was jealous because that man had the power, and he had all of us backing him.
I feel like this. I've been to this hospital since '74, and I would tell the people, hey, I got some problems, man. Nam is on my mind. It's fucking with me. Oh, you're a schizophrenic. You drink? Yeah. Oh, you're alcoholic dependent. You shoot drugs? Oh, I have. Oh, he's a drug addict. Fuck that, you know? Nobody has ever told me post-traumatic stress. I come up here this time, I'm going for post-traumatic stress. I come up on this ward. I meet Dr. Chase. I said, damn, he sounds just like me, you know. He called me a brother the first day I met him, you know. And I felt, hey, this man know where I'm coming from. There's no Mr. Russell this or nothing like that. He says, now when you get in the community, you're going to meet the brothers. It's going to take time because this is the way I expect it. You know, this is what we did in the NOM. A guy didn't just come to you and automatic he was in. He had to earn his in.
I've been home from Vietnam for 17 years. I'm 39 years old. This is my last chance. I gotta get it together. And this is the only program where I feel I have a chance of getting it together. So we gotta make it work. That's all I gotta say.
I think I need a Jaguar and a trunk full of changeable clothes. Dr. Chase, the nurses' aides, and Dave, and my brothers here have helped me so far in the program. And I just like to be able to continue with that and try not to let the system destroy us.
Get rid of the hate, the anger that I have inside of me, and have some of these good feelings that I'm just starting to learn how to have now.
I had feelings held inside of me. They came out the way they should have came out. Now I have more self-dignity than I did before. And the weight is coming off my shoulders slowly but surely. And I'm starting to feel much better in the program.
I want to get in touch with my feelings, get in touch with those feelings that I was supposed to have had when I was in Vietnam, when I was in firefights, and through the whole Vietnam experience. So that's the biggest problem that I have is talking about them. And just filled with garbage.
I just want to be able to belong to something again, because right now I just don't believe in nothing. I don't care about nothing. I just find it very hard just to do anything. I just want to be able to come back to be me again maybe someday.
I think it's interesting to note that there were 18 viewpoints expressed here, and that I think all of us can relate to the remaining 17. We spoke on one thing, yet we share all of that. In that maybe my major problem might be in the area of intimacy, but everyone else probably has a problem in that area too, although it might not be the main thing that they're feeling right now. And there is a common denominator here. I don't think any of us spoke of a problem that any of the rest of us don't have. It's just uncanny that there should be so much similarity.
While we're on the subject of intimacy, I wonder if it would be appropriate to turn to Bruno, who I think may have something to say regarding intimacy in some form.
Personal thing, probably for all of us here. I'd like to all of us join hands. If it's possible for everybody to join hands and stand up. Just sitting here, camera shy, things were going through my mind about people we lost in Vietnam. And this is for you. You were young and bold in a foreign land with your M16 in your hand. Although you're not here at this time, you'll always be here, brother, on our minds. God bless you all.
Live by the brother.
To the brother, to the brother.
A lot of them over there. Oh, yeah. Condemned wounded walking around now today, waiting for an army to die.
Yeah, me too, man. Hey, everybody doing it,
This will drive Dr. Olson's computer nuts. Biofeedback.
If you want to close off that?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.